this back up during my review portion. That's definitely what it is.
Okay. Let's do some testing here. Okay. I'll do a run, and then I'll see how it looks, how it sounds, if it worked, if it didn't work. Still saving stuff up, doesn't matter. I'm not using the gun. Stick with the sword. Oh man, we need another thing. Do one jury summons. Heat 19. Begin escape. Dash, because I don't really use special enough for it to matter. And I don't need dice right off the bat, so this one's just a test. I'm just seeing how the OBS Studio works, what the capture is going to be like, if I'm even doing anything right here. Completely unsure. When I do get something worked out, I'll probably play through a brand new save state without using God mode or anything. Just playing anticipation for Hades 2. This one's not gonna be... Okay, that works for me. I don't use cast very much either. Not going to be a lot going on throughout. Just basically playing a run, seeing what recorded, what doesn't. Make sure that when I've got this up, it's recording both face and gameplay and audio, and what I'm going to have to adjust later on. I'll probably have to hook my second monitor back up so I can actually monitor things throughout, because I can't see the chat here either, which I don't know if that matters, if I still have things set to private or not. I'm not sure. But I'm going with the King Arthur sword in Hades at the moment. It brings up how much life I start with. But I've got a heat level of 19 because I'm trying to work my way up to like the secret epilogue right now. I beat it a couple times without using God mode, and then switched to God mode to get more of the story stuff, because I like to 100% games that I play if it's not excruciating. Which this is just Wars of Attrition. Okay. Oh, we want the life. We want darkness. Hopefully I only have to do like 1 or 2 test runs before I can just start like streaming constantly. Can't fish yet. Oh wait, actually I think I can. Not failing my first fish catch of the day. Love to see it. Zeus, Art, Demeter, Zeus, Demeter, Zeus, Demeter, Zeus. Your attack just before you dash. We've already got lightning attack, so we'll go with Jolted just to make those stronger. Be watching out for more Zeus boons throughout the run. You want things that pair well, get your DPS up. Everything helps, but certain things pair together better. Especially if you don't get a bunch of boons for caster special, if that's not what you're going to be using. But that. Auto damage good. Boom. Money. And more money. And this is a survival. 45 seconds on the clock. Speedrunner's death. Luckily, I don't really count my times in Hades, and the internal clock is weird, so your times aren't actually your times. But you can get lots of money during these if you're killing quick enough. That's really the only upside to surviving 45 seconds. Not a lot of money to start out with this round, which means there's not going to be shit in the shops. Well, let's check out the mini shop though. Nope. Nope. That might be good, but too early to tell. I know when I go back and do a new save, I'm going to absolutely suck because God mode will be off and everything will kill me. That's really good, but that's not what we want to go for this time around. We'll go... Nah, we'll go with the wave. And after this should be the boss. And I have enough for everything. After I take damage, deflect. That sounds good. What's Hermes got for me? This is good for a long game. It's good to get within the first world. Sweet. Thank you, Charon. Let's go fight a Fury. Or all three. Yeah, I've got all the things turned up. Yep. At least it's just a symphony. So I'm super excited for the new Hades to turn. I want to know, apparently it's set after, but I want to know if the sister is younger than Zagreus or if she was up on the surface the whole time through the events of this. If so, why was another baby not mentioned at all? This seems like something Zagreus would be upset about, to learn that he had a sister he never knew about, along with Persephone. But I'm sure they'll write it in a way that'll make sense. No, 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 no. And no. More darkness. You need to save up a lot of darkness. You use it for absolutely everything. Well, everything that's going to help you early game. Gems and diamonds, worthless early game. Titan blood, kind of worthless early game. Darkness is where it's at to get you started out. Usually we would go to Mitter, but these companion rooms are kinda OP, especially hers, because we can get a level up on most of our boons. Witches surrounded by a pool of lava. This is actually this is more difficult than fighting the boss of this world, because you're constantly taking lava damage. They've all got shields. They're all shooting projectiles. So honestly, this one, the quicker you can do it with taking the least amount of damage, is going to be your best bet. Yeah. Raise my base attack. Nope, nope. You can lose a lot of life doing that. Juices will turn me to stone, but they're not much to worry about as long as you don't get hit. We'll go with boons because I got quite a bit of money. We need more power-ups. I think from what I've got it set to, this will show the hardest the bosses can be, I believe. I don't think anything else that I've got set under the heat levels could up the bosses anymore. I think that would just be for like random encounter enemies. We'll give you some juice. We'll go with her cast since it's an epic. I like other casts more most of the time. We're getting close to what I believe would be the end, so we'll go for this. And fish. Oh. Not great. We don't really need life, so we'll go with max life, and we will... Ooh, emitter. None of those are great. We'll do that in case I hit a special. And time for Bone Hydra. Yeah, the original first runs of this looks nothing like this. It's way more of an open area. You don't have to worry about all the lava as much. But I was getting tired of it being the same old, so I usually play with the bosses getting extra abilities and something else it does for the boss. More companions, more techniques, I think. This is only the second boss. The game gets a little hectic on screen, but as long as you know where your cursor is, you should be good. I like an up-close and personal fighting style, just getting off as many hits, not worrying as much about defense, but there are different builds and weapons to play through if you like to be farther back with more time to choose. I'm trying to get my heat levels up to 32 right now to uncover another statue that I don't really care about, but it's an achievement. No. Either of those. Let's change this. There we go. Those come in handy once in a while. Daedalus hammers are great. Just improve your overall weapon. Guys will regenerate themselves. Dash right hits twice. Attack. That's from behind, and I'm planning on spending all my money. Okay. The dash strike hits twice and does 20% more. Is crazy. I've got quite a bit of money. We'll go with a Hermes boon. Confusing call, gain dodge. Dodge and move. Dodge chance and move speed. 30% for 10 seconds. It's the only thing that'll really help me here for the way that I play. Nothing good. Okay. We're going to go with this, even though I usually go with the shop later in the game, because if we fight the bull, and it's not the bull, but if we fight the bull before we get to the main boss, his life will be lower, making the main boss easier. I shouldn't have done that. I should have looked at it first. I misclicked, but we're not going for time, so this shouldn't be too bad unless I end up losing a bunch of life here for no reason. I don't like doing troves in Elysium because those little heads will regenerate if you're not watching out. Drive up your time on it. You won't get as good at rewards. It's just not of an optimal place to do the treasure troves. We'll go here. And here's the bull. So, main level, you've got to fight both Asterius and Theseus at the same time. If you battle Asterius before you battle both of them, he'll have lower life starting out, just making the big battle overall not as hard. Which, it's not super hard right now, just because this is the account I've been playing on for months. Yeah. So I'll point back to that. That was weird. I'll point back to that when we get to the main boss. Lightning rod, you're collectible, straight nearby. No. Ooh. Crit damage. We like crit. Now hopefully we can still get one more Charon shop before the boss fight. I like setting myself up way better. At this point I'm not worried as much about like upping my life bar. It's more acquiring boons, get my DPS up so I can take down enemies quickly before losing a lot of life, because they only get stronger and more annoying, especially like these shield guys. You want every hit to do as much as it possibly can. And another Zeus boon to go with all of our jolted and lightning effects already. But basically all I'm doing right now is testing out what OBS is going to do for me, make sure everything's going to stream to YouTube okay, that I can save it maybe. I don't know how VODs and stuff work yet. This is my first time testing anything with YouTube. Deal more damage for 15 seconds. See, none of these are great. Like, if I used cast, that would be cool. Both of these would be cool, but I don't really. So I'll use this because I will use call eventually. We'll go with key. just because it gives me a dice. Okay, and it was a free room for some free health. And I can go ahead and use this dice. And it's money. Awesome. This is a long trip through Elysium. I feel like usually I'm right through like I was the other worlds. Pretty much all traps in Hades can hit both you and the encounter enemies. I think the only thing that won't hit the enemies is like the butterflies that the Dreamcatcher orb things. Now this one, I'm not chancing. We go straight for the door. Because this room, this big open room, means that the boss is right over here. So I'm gonna grab an Athena boon. Way I can resist some more damage. I'll grab the heart just for more overall health. It doesn't help a great amount this late game. I mean, I didn't really need it, but I definitely don't need just the health. The other helps no matter what, really, just in case you get in a tight spot. But now these two. We've already fought the bull once, so when you see his life up here, it only goes that high. So, I don't know. Give and takes of doing a whole strong mini boss fight just to make this main boss fight easier. I don't know if that's worth it to most people. I enjoy doing it. I usually try to take care of the bull first, if at all possible. That way I can focus on Theseus. But you're gonna take a lot of damage here, especially with everything turned up. He usually doesn't have a chariot or the giant miniguns. Got him under a greater call. Gonna knock his chariot out from under him. See, the call makes me deflect and I'm impervious until the yellow bar goes down. But I went from like 230 life to like 147 in a matter of seconds, and it's still going down. If you don't have a high life or high DPS, that's gonna really take a chunk out of you. Sometimes he leaves the spear behind, but I can't take it, and I don't know why. And I don't need any of that. You sometimes find money in pots. They usually got to be gold like that one up there. My roommates tried to tell me that they don't have to be. I think they do. Over here you get the big Charon chop that'll help you immensely no matter what you're doing. We're going to take an Athena. Deflect deals more damage. We already deflect for doing two or more things there. So we'll keep that. Then we got to start going through rooms. I usually take a money room first, just so I can buy more stuff out of the thing before we go fight the big bad. Just right now, the more stuff you have, the better off you're going to be when fighting your father. when I do an actual brand new start playthrough, we'll go over the lore. Maybe read all the dialogue options. Just do a full playthrough of the game, not just a quick random run. The poison is the bane of my existence. I hate trying to scoot over. This is where you would heal your poison, but you gotta completely stop to do that. The satyrs are they got blow darts that'll poison you, and it just hits you for like 1 a second or like 1 a millisecond or something. I just see my life going down crazy when it happens. If there's no more of these guys left to re-poison me, I will go heal the poison, but I usually just try to kill those guys as quickly as possible before I die. Where's the guy? Oh. Okay. That wasn't great. I could have done better. But I got quite a bit of money through that, so I can get some more shit. We'll make the call last longer and go get more. Now you're looking for a sack to give to Cerberus here. And we've got a lot of Zeus spoons, so we'll go Zeus. I usually go through all the rooms just to get all the money, but just for the sake of ending the test run on a good note, I'll probably just get the Satyr sack and go. But in the future, with every run, I'll probably try to hit every room just to make it interesting. I'll probably get really frustrated starting over and not being used to how strong I usually am. I am not liking all the poison damage I've taken this run, though. I really have not. After I take damage or lightning bolt affects deal damage in a larger area, I'll take more damage than bigger area. Missed gold down in the corner there. And I'll get another one of these. Attack is stronger with a chance to crit. Yeah. And then we'll go with Hina. She's got good boons. And then I've got a bunch of other stuff I'll probably play on stream. Like, I've got Castlevania that I haven't touched yet. It's an older Castlevania, but I've only ever played Curse of Darkness. And I've got, what, Lords of Darkness that I haven't even booted up. I'd like to revisit the BioShocks. Those are some of my favorite games. I'll probably do those in stream because I haven't opened those up for PC. I've only ever played them for Xbox. Yeah, there's quite a few things that I would like to play on stream. This is the Satyr sack that you need. I'm making sure I get the gold. Satyr Sack. If you have no Death Defiance, that doesn't help because I have 3. We'll do resistance from traps, but traps are almost over. And then we give our Satyr Sack to Cerberus. He's a good boy. And then we go fight Pops. My man's here. He hits hard. He's got a lot of attacks. Where I've got him set, mini bosses come to his aid instead of just regular encounter enemies. This is all just to make it harder, because I've battled him so many times just regularly at this point that any little change makes it feel refreshing. Greater Call, even though he's probably about to... No? Nice. Well, he went impervious way before my shit turned down, but I can still get rid of the mini-boss enemies. Or try to, at least. I usually ignore as many of the mini-boss enemies as I can, unless Pops here isn't right in front of me. I usually focus all onto him. Don't let this fool you. There is at least one more health bar to go through, sometimes 2. And then as soon as I go into my call... Oh, this is where he tries to regain life. We don't allow that here. You are not getting any life back. Oh. He just used Cerberus to try to stomp me out. So this big dumb head is getting my Megra. Okay, that's another life bar down. Is he going to use his third? It looks like it. Oh, shit. I really didn't want to use a Death Defiance in the run because I was doing pretty well. But it looks like I might end up with the Death Defiance. Oh, I lost my buttons. There we go. And he's gaining life. Awesome. And I lost a life, but I have 3 Death Defiances, so it's okay. And Greater Call, so I can beat the shit out of him, get that life back down. I wish I would have got more status effects through this run, like Doom or Weakness or Charm. Just things to help bring his buffs down some, but this was pretty much in the bag from when I started the run. I mean, and that's a typical Hades run. This says I beat it in 24-26, but that's very wrong, as we'll see later on. You can get a list of all the different boons you use, the heat levels. This is from the mirror. Those are your starting abilities. And we grab grab the shit. Then you get all these cool ways that Zagreus dies over and over again as soon as he makes it to the mortal world. And yeah, that's your typical Hades run as of right now.